about that. Had a little glitch there. Welcome to Lashify Live. I am Michaela. I'm a pro educator and content creator here at Lashify. Welcome in. I today am going to go over the control kit with you, and then we're going to put on the new fluffy ombres. I did a little bit more of an open eye, so I put the longer lengths in the center today, and then I paired them with some C pluses. I think they're great for anchoring the lash for the inner corner. For the plus collection, they're amazing. So welcome in. Lashify Bev's going to be down in the comments, so if you have any questions at all while we're going along, hello on Facebook, hello on YouTube, come over to the website so I can see your questions. We'll be happy to answer anything and everything that you may have. And with that, let's do this. Awesome, awesome. So first and foremost, if you are new here, we are the patented DIY lash extension system. We invented this system and it is pretty easy to do as long as you just follow along with the steps that we give you. I think that's really it. So you're going to want to always start with the purchase of a control kit because it has everything that you need to get started. If you open up this box here, everything you need is on the inside. On top, you have your wandums. These are a silicone covering that go over your wand. They give a wider fuse. It looks like this right here. So you slide this over your wand so that it gives a wider fuse. Helps with stickiness as well when you're first starting out. Hi, Bev. There she is. This is a QR code you can scan, and it brings you to a learn page so you can learn all of these educational tutorials, fun things like that. Then we have a nice welcome card here from our CEO and founder as well. If you don't have a blow tool, you can also use this to help get your lashes nice and tacky quicker, which is great. And then right here is your control kit. I'm going to move that for a second. And then this right here. Sorry, I want to switch sides. Don't throw away this box when you get your control kit because you can fit all of your lashes in here. So you can take your lash collection that you start building and pop them in here just like that. So you can fit 12 cartridges of Gossamers in here. So you could do a row of core, 2 row of volume, 2 row of core, and a couple of your favorite volume because you will. You'll start collecting all different kinds of lashes. It's pretty awesome. So don't throw away this box. I can't tell you how many times I've been to people like, you want to hang on to that. So that is the box on the inside. Now close that up and then show you the control kit itself. So when we say you have everything you need to get started, I'm so sorry, my allergies today. You have everything you need right here in this nice hard plastic case. You can choose black or white, totally up to you. Everything's the same on the inside, so it's really just about color preference. And when we open that up, here's everything you need to get started on the inside. So here you have your double-sided Whisper Light. That is the bond that goes onto your lashes. Our bond was specifically designed to go on the lashes, not the skin, for when you go in to apply the Gossamer lashes. Here you have our patented hand tool fuse control wand. If you get the black control kit, you have your bronze wand in here. You get to pick your curve though. So make sure you choose classic if you have more of a rounder eye, like I have more of a rounder eye, so I have the classic curve. If you find that you need a little less curve in your fuse control wand, you can get the petite curve, which is really great. So it has 10% less curve to accommodate smaller and other eye shapes. And then you have your glass down here. This is your water resistant seal. So we say about like 20 minutes or so after you apply the Gossamers, put on your glass. And that is what's going to give you a seal along the spines to help with water resistance, excess stickiness. And then you get 3 cartridges of Gossamers. So you'll see 2 here, and then we give you a 3rd. So you're going to get all 3 of our most popular lengths in your core style that you choose. So you'll get 10, 12, and 14 millimeter. You can get A, B, or C. A is amplify, B is bold, C is curl. We have a whole lash library, but we always say start out with these to practice, get used to them if you haven't gotten your control kit yet. If you're already used to this, hey girl, just a sec and we'll apply these fluffy ombres. But you can do A, which is our thinnest fiber, least amount of curl. You can do B, which is bold, so it's a little bit of a thicker fiber, more like 2 coats of mascara. And then C has the same thin fiber like the A. These are our A's down here, by the way, just so you can see what they look like. These are A's and 12s. And then it just has a little bit of a stronger curl to it. It's the strongest curl of the 3 core Gossamers. You have a mirror here, so you can hold it like so you can look down, see the root of your natural lash when you go in to apply. It's amazing. So get your control kit. You can shop it right here if you need one. And that's the beauty of the system, is that it's been so perfectly put together for you that you don't have to worry about what should I get, what should I grab. So just pick a style you're attracted to. We'll send you all 3 lengths. You'll be good to go. Don't throw away the box. You also get a sample of our prep step, which I'm going to prep my lash in just a moment here. And you get a sample of our melt away, which is our remover. Super important to prep and remove properly so you don't damage the natural lash as well. Okay, get your control kit. Get it. The Fluffy Ombre Lash has just come out in 12 and 14. So as you can see, especially when I turn here, it has black fibers and then it ombres to this beautiful blue fiber. It's really, really, I mean, look at it. Hello. It's gorgeous. So let's prep our lash. I'm going to start with our pre-cleanse and my fluffer tool. I'm just going to dip this right in here. And we're going to brush this through my natural lash to make sure that my lash is prepped and ready to go for application. I don't want any residue, oil, old makeup, old bond. I don't want anything that could keep my lashes from hanging onto the bond as best as possible. So we're going to run this through the lash from root to end, making sure that I am good to go. The great thing about this fluffer tool too is that it's metal and I can disinfect it and clean it and then shut it like so and travel with it. It's pretty awesome. So I love this little tool, just making sure. I don't want any makeup on there too, because you want to make sure that your bonds are working as best as they can. There's like a little fuzz right there. Sorry. Awesome. Okay, who's gotten their fluffy ombres out there? Let us know. I'm super excited. This is my first day putting them on. I want to make sure everything is dry, fresh, clean, good to go before we go in with our bond and our lashes. Bev, have you tried the ombre blue yet? What do we think? This also really helps speed up drying time with your bonds as well. So that's the really great thing about the blow. Helps get your lashes dry, and then it helps with tacky time as well. So let's go in with our Whisper Light bond. So this is the double-sided bond that I was talking about in our control kit. The one side has black text. That's your black micro mascara wand. This side that has white text, this is your side that goes from white to clear, and it has a precision applicator tip. Same bond, same formula, 2 different colors, so you can use it in 2 different ways. So we wanted to give you options. Open that up. You have your black micro mascara wand. I'm just going to put the tube down. We're doing the frosting method today. So we're going to start with just bringing our Whisper Light Black through the lashes from root to end. You want to make sure you do nice light coats, but make sure you get every lash. So I'm just giving a nice wiggle and coat through the lashes. With this bonding method, you want to make sure that each lash has some bond on it. My lashes are shorter and curlier. They kind of go every which way, so sometimes I like to just go a little vertical and get in there too if I need to, just to make sure that I coat every lash appropriately. And then I'm going to close that up, go in and do a nice little blow to get it nice and tacky. I have them on now. Oh, do you, Miss Bev? Do you? They're pretty fab, huh? So yeah, you want to make sure every layer of bond gets tacky. You can always take the back of your finger after giving a puff of air for like 20-30 seconds and see if it's tacky. So if you bring your finger up to see here, and I'm going to draw or place dots, should I say, along the lashes. You don't want her too close to the waterline. It's okay. You make mistakes. You just want to make some nice little dots along the waterline like so. And then we're going to take a flat-ended brush. I just have an old makeup brush. And we're going to brush this bond upwards to frost or coat the lash. As you can see, it starts to go from white to clear from frosting it up. And this way it's distributing bond up the lash as well. And it's not giving too much buildup with the black Whisper Light. So that's why we take the clear, give it a nice frost up. I do want it just a little bit tackier, so I can take the blow tool as well. And then we're going to go back in, and if I feel like not every lash is coated properly, totally okay. You can go back and do it a second time. The beauty of our bonds is that they're meant to be layered, so it's okay to go back in a second time. Just give a couple more dots if you need to. And the reason we say 1 to 2 millimeters from the waterline, you don't want to feel the lashes. You don't want anything too close to the waterline. Everything is meant to be placed onto the lashes. And it just creates a nice guideline too, so you know when you go to apply your lashes where to place them. So I'm just taking my brush again and frosting upward, and boom. And the nice thing about that is it gets tacky when it goes from white to clear, so when you're brushing the bond upwards, it gets tackier quicker, which is awesome. I still use my blow tool for just a couple of seconds, make sure I'm good to go. Boom. Okay. Let's apply. With an open eye, you want your longer lashes to be in the center or under the arch of the brow, and then you go down in length. So today, on my lash pad here, I have a C plus 10, and then the fluffy ombres in 12, 14, 14, 14, and 12. So that's how we're going to apply. I always take my wand, middle and pointer finger in front and thumb in the back. I like holding my wand this way so I can get a nice hooking motion. If you need more stability, just place your elbow on the table and use our swivel mirror, our LED swivel mirror, or lay your control kit flat on the table so you can look down and apply, and you can see the underside of the natural lash so that you're applying correctly. So I'm going to take my first lash with the curl facing me. I'm going to grab towards the top as best as possible. Oh, wait, look at my mirror. Oh, hey. Hey, girl. There's a lash somewhere. I'm going to look down into my mirror so I can see the underside of my natural lash. And since I'm doing my second lash first, I'm going to start about here where my iris is, work my way out. We'll get that little C plus on the inner corner, and boom. Good to go. If I like my placement, which I do, I'm all set. If you find that it's uncomfortable, you will feel it. You can always move the lash up, and I'll show you in just a sec. Actually, let me show you with this one. You can always peel off the lash and go back and place it again if you need to. Ooh, we're tacky. We are good. If you need to do that as well. That's the beauty of our system. The bonds are flexible, no cyanoacrylates, no formaldehyde, often found in traditional lash glues, no latex. They're flexible, they bend and move, which is really great. And you don't have to worry about them fully hardening, you know what I mean? So you're able to move them around before you go in with a full fuse if you don't like your placement. So now we're going in just right next door with a 14, and I'm just going corner to corner, and boom, let's see. I actually think it might be a little high up, and that's okay, because with our fluffy Gossamer lashes, they have a multi-dimensional curl, like 2 layers. So it's okay for comfort if I want that to be up just a smidge, totally fine, because you don't want to feel anything. So with the spine being a little bit bigger, I always say with fluffies, with FX, bumping it up just a smidge is great for comfort. So let's take our next 14, we're gonna look down, go right next door, and boom. And you can see we just start and we go along and it's building our lash map. The really beautiful thing about the ombres too is it's like, almost gives you this hint of like a little bit of smoky blue, almost like eyeshadow. It's really pretty. So let's take another 14. I'm looking down again, curve facing me, looking for that 1 to 2 millimeter gap, just placing corner to corner, and boom. Now, if you're a little worried about things budging or moving around while you're going to grab your next lash or anything, you can always do what's called a spot fuse. So you can take your wand and you can just give little pinches if you need to along the lash map. But I still say, even if you do a spot fuse, you still need to make sure that you go in and do a full fuse at the end. It's just there as like a nice little placeholder. Think of it that way. So we're going to take our last lash for the outer corner, and it is a 12. So we're going back down in length, so it kind of keeps the eye more rounded and open as opposed to like a tapered wing where it's shorter lengths and then it goes to longer. So we're going to take our 12 now. Look down. Apply it, and on the end here I try to keep that lash as parallel to the ground as possible, the spine of it or the base, to make sure that it gives a nice lift to the eye. If I was to angle it so it perfectly went along the natural curve of my lash, I would find that it might give a little bit of a droop. So I like doing that as well. It's just giving it that little lift on the end. Look at these. Oh yes, honey. You see that hint of blue? Look at that. So exciting. Okay, let's talk about fusing. This is your fuse control wand. It is a fundamental, crucial part of the system to make sure that your lashes, the bond you've put on your lashes, and the new Gossamer lashes all become one. You want them to become a family. So you're gonna take this and do a full fuse. We're gonna go over the eye, wiggle down, and then give it a clamp. The thing is, you need to make sure that this closes all the way. If you're finding it's not, just, ooh, hold on, let me just blink away. That happens. I'll talk about that in a sec. Move your fingers up a little bit. See these ridges? Move them up a little bit till you get a full close. No problem there. And you can give it a little pressure. Press a little bit. It's made of steel. You're good to go. So I want to talk about that. If your bond gets a little tacky still, when you go in to do that full fuse, totally fine. It happens to the best of us. Just notice how I blinked away. I blinked. Just notice how I blink, as opposed to taking the wand and pulling it away. I didn't want to damage my natural lashes at all, so I just want to make sure that I am blinking, pulling, being good with my fuse control wand. Blinking, not pulling, sorry. And if you want to give just a little inner and outer corner fuses, you can as well. Now, we have one little guy left on the inner corner here, so you can see a couple of these fibers. My lashes are so thin and sparse on the inner corners, I don't really like to put a volume lash there, so I'm going to take a plus Gossamer lash. Come here, little guy. This is a C+. Look how seamless this is, first of all. Like, hello. It's insane. It's so perfect. So I'm going to take a C+10 and just place it on the inner corner, overlapping ever so slightly, just to finish off the lash map and make sure something's filled in on the inner corner without it looking too heavy, without it being uncomfortable. So I always love combining just a core on the inner and outer corners if you need to finish off the lash map. And I always leave a couple of my natural lash hairs on the outer corner as well. Really important for longevity, for a seamless look. So for that little inner corner guy, we're just gonna go in like so. and give a little fuse. Call it a day. And you have your fluffy ombre open eye. Look at this. Oh yeah. And then look from the top too. No heavy band, no harsh band. Just looks like my lashes growing out from my eye. Insane. It's so cool. And then for placement as well, you can see that 1 to 2 millimeters from the waterline. And you're good to go. You've applied a lash map. So remember, with an open eye, longer lengths in the center, and then you taper back down as opposed to going from shortest to longest for a wing. Cool. Awesome. Any questions at all? Have anyone else tried the fluffy ombre? I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I think they're an amazing addition to the collection. Grab them. They're not here forever, so get your fluffy ombre while you still can. I think they're amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Just wanted to pop on here quick, put up my fluffy ombre. If you are new, grab your control kit. Super, super important to start with a control kit because it has everything you need and it takes the guesswork out of it for you. With your 3 cartridges of Gossamers, you get a couple sets as well to be able to practice, try, apply. Come join us in the Lashify Life Facebook group. That is our community group where we all connect together about all things Lashify. We have jokes in there that we just love, cracking jokes in there rather, and doing memes, everything. Oh yes, hello, hi Cindy. Yeah, and you can find lash maps in there if you ever need help. We're here to help in any way that we can. And yeah, so come hang out with us in the Lashify Life Facebook group. You can also see us on Instagram. We have lives every day. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Just real quick for the map one more time. We have C plus 10 on the inner corner, and then fluffy ombre in 12, 14, 14, 14, and then back down to 12. Get it from the side, like up against the black backdrop. It's like, it's too fab. It's so good. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you guys all soon.